Have you ever wondered what high school was like back in the olden days? Well, I asked a few of our teachers how their high school experience was different from what they see students experience today. Check it out.
I don't know that it was all that different. We still had the Trouvères, we still had the band. Same building, I went to the same building that's here. This building didn't exist. I think there's a few more challenges that today's students have that we didn't have. We had our share of challenges.
Well, back when I went to school, and I went to school here at Payson High School, of course, we didn't have the E-wing or the D-wing and some of the other buildings, but of course, we didn't have computers either. And so with computers, Chromebooks, cell phones, things like that, it was quite a bit different. I think the teachers were able to spend more one-on-one time with the students. The classroom sizes seemed a little smaller, and where the student body wasn't so big, we seemed to be able to get to know more of the students and have a little bit closer relationship that way.
I really enjoyed high school. I played a lot of ping pong during lunchtime. Glad I have the opportunity to have this ping pong table here in my classroom. Students can come in. And I think that like many students, their sophomore year are kind of getting their feet on the ground and maybe don't do quite as well as what they could. And I remember having some of those experiences, but towards the end of my sophomore year, I thought, okay, I better get on the stick. I'm sure that I would have had many of the same experiences that they are having.
When I was in high school, we didn't have cell phones or the internet, and we had to print papers and write papers on typewriters.
Well, I went to high school here, so it's not that much different, but I would have never just left my cell phone sitting out on the top of my desk. It was not something that you let teachers see, and not something that you used in class at all.
Technology. If I needed to learn something, or like I had to go to the library and look at an encyclopedia, and so I think my experience, very rarely did we use computers, very rarely did we interact with each other through other means except calling each other. If I needed a date, I had to get on the phone, dial, and ask her out. None of this texting or hanging out. It was like, so I don't know, it's changed drastically, I think, just because of the technology and the accessibility of technology, which I don't know if it's better or worse. I think it's both, but it's just different. It's just very different.
So I was in high school about 12 years ago, so it wasn't that different. We had cell phones, but we didn't really know how to use them as well, and they weren't as powerful. And we didn't really listen to music during school. I didn't ever bring my headphones or earbuds to school.
You were in this Apple, and it had the black screen, and you typed, and then the printer had the
little holes in the side.
Yeah, and it pulled it
and
through.
Go, beep, beep. The internet. Did they talk about the freaking modem?
No. Oh, the dial-up. Used to be dial-up.
Yeah, it took forever.
Well, first of all, my high school was way smaller than this school. My graduating class had 73 students, which is the equivalent of mine and Mrs. McMurdy's classrooms, and that's a lot smaller, which meant that I had a lot of opportunities to participate in a lot of things. So I could be involved in student council, all the sports I wanted to, basically. That was cool. However, downside, I didn't have as many academic opportunities. Small school, not as many classes. So it was different. I don't know, school is school, right?
As you can tell, our teachers' experiences were a lot different from what we experience today. This is Casey Hoschauer signing out for the last time.